Story 1. The Stranger on the Night Road. It was on a cold winter night. I was returning from my job at a hospital far from my city. The road was pitch black due to a power outage in the area, and I could only see through my car's dim headlights. Though I'd taken this road many times before that night, I felt an uneasy dread, as if something was watching me from the darkness. Suddenly, I noticed an old black car appearing behind me. Its driver began speeding insanely, blinding me with its high beams. I tried accelerating to get away, but the car kept tailgating me, to the point where I could hear its engine roaring over my car's AC. At a dangerous curve, I decided to ignore it and keep going, but the car vanished. I stopped to catch my breath, and suddenly, I heard a knock on my rear window. I turned slowly, but no one was there. When I resumed driving, I saw in the mirror the same black car parked in the middle of the road, and a tall figure stepping out of it, holding something shiny in his hand. I sped away as fast as I could. Minutes later, I reached an abandoned gas station. I called the police, and when they inspected my car, they found a deep scratch on the back door, with the words, "You won't escape again," written in blackish blood. The strangest part, the police later told me this road had a history of mysterious disappearances of drivers, and the black car was mentioned in every report. Story 2. The Call from the Forest. My brother and I decided to go camping to escape life's stresses. We chose a remote forest recommended by a friend, but he warned us not to wander at night. On the first night, everything was calm, until we heard a child's cry coming from the trees. My brother said it might be an animal, but the sound was clear, as if pleading for help. We decided to investigate. With every step, a strange coldness seeped through our clothes. Suddenly, the crying stopped, and we began hearing whispers in an unknown language. We tried turning back, but the trees seemed to shift positions. In a panic, we saw a black shadow moving behind rocks. My brother insisted on confronting it, but when we approached, we found a broken doll on the ground, stained with red spots resembling blood. We rushed back to camp, only to find everything destroyed, the tent torn, food scattered, and our camera smashed. On a nearby tree trunk, we saw a strange symbol carved with a knife, like a warning. The next morning, we met an old hunter in the area. When we told him what happened, he trembled and said, "This forest is haunted by the spirits of children who died here a century ago. They're looking for playmates." Story 3. The Woman in the Window. I bought an apartment in an old downtown building. From day one, I noticed neighbors avoiding talk about the unit next to mine. One night, while cooking, I saw through the window a woman in a tattered white dress standing on the opposite balcony, staring at me without blinking. I shut my eyes and reopened them, but she was gone. In the following days, I began hearing heavy footsteps above my apartment at night. When I asked the neighbors, they said, "The upper floor's been empty for years due to a deadly fire." One night, I woke to scratching on my window. The woman was back, but this time inside my room. Her face was pale, her eyes hollow. I tried to scream, but my voice froze, and seconds later, she vanished. I dug into the building's history and discovered a woman had died burning in the upper apartment 30 years ago, after killing her 3 children. A survivor told police her mother heard voices ordering her to do it. Now, every night I hear whispers behind my apartment door, as if waiting for me to open it.